Welcome to this video presentation of IQ Matrix Map 125, A Life of Excuses, part of the Life Success series of maps. In this video, I will break down each of the branches and outline some of the key areas of the map. This map is divided up into 4 distinct sections. Branch 1 focuses on what excuses are. Branch 2 and 3, we delve into the types of excuses we make. And branch 4, we look at strategies to help you eliminate excuses from your life. So what are excuses really? Well, excuses are in essence invented reasons to defend our behavior. They are invented reasons for not taking action and for negating responsibility. In essence, they are rationalizations we make about our lives on a daily basis, or about the circumstances of our lives. To be more specific, excuses place blame of internal problem on external condition. They place blame of internal problem on external condition. Now, there are a lot of reasons for making excuses. However, I've listed the major reasons here within this map. First of all, we make excuses due to a perceived lack of confidence or resources. Fear is another reason why we make excuses. The fear of change, success, embarrassment, failure, fear of uncertainty, responsibility, fear of making mistakes. These are all reasons why excuses are prevalent in our lives. So what are the consequences of making these excuses? Well, excuses prevent us from reaching our full potential. They prevent us from recognizing opportunities, from talents, recognizing our talents, recognizing our skills. And they can also lead to a variety of consequences, including mental blocks that will stifle our creativity and proactive action. They lead to imaginary walls that constrict our comfort zone. They lead to persistent pessimistic outlook on life, bad judgments, paranoia, regret, self-limiting beliefs, lack of responsibility, and growth. Before we move on looking at specific excuses, I'd like you to sit down and ask yourself the following questions. What excuses do I tend to make? What am I settling for? Why am I making these excuses? How do they prevent me from moving forward? How do they cripple my ability to get what I want? Once you have identified the types of excuses that you make, it's now time to delve in to specific excuses and see how we can overcome them on a daily basis. Let's look at the very first excuse that a lot of people tend to make. Oh, there's simply not enough time throughout the day to get what I want done. So what's this mean? It means you lack passion, focus, discipline, direction. Maybe your priorities are out of whack. It also means you don't feel maybe like taking the time. Therefore, you might not actually value your time highly enough. We must look at each of these areas, see what we're lacking, and fill that lack. So start prioritizing, start focusing, start developing a passion for what we're doing. Because it all stems back to one thing, this question. How badly do I really want this? This excuse plus all other excuses come back to this question. Because if you do not want something badly enough, then you're simply not going to take the action necessary to make it a reality. What's another excuse? Oh, there's simply not enough money to get what I want. What's this mean? It means you lack strategy, persistence, ideas, determination. These things, especially ideas and strategy, maybe it's something simple. Maybe you really do want these things in your life. The only thing that's standing between you and having these things is a lack of strategy, a lack of ideas to make things happen. It could also mean that you don't consider it priority, or it means you're looking for an easy road, so easy way to get things that you want. And it all comes back to this question. How badly do I really want this? If you don't want this badly enough, then you're never going to have it. And you're always going to keep making the same excuses. Let's look at another excuse. Oh, I don't have an education. What's this mean? It means you lack creativity, inspiration, desire, a willingness to work harder, to go the extra mile. You see, people without a high school education have achieved great things in this world. Let's look at another excuse. "Oh, I'm just too old," or "I'm just too young," means you lack perspective, confidence, and understanding. Again, there are so many people out there who have achieved great things despite their age, despite how young or old or middle-aged they were. It does not make a difference. Let's look at another excuse. "Oh, I simply can't change. No matter what I do, I just can't change." What's this mean? It means you lack motivation, reason to change, or you lack pain, the pain necessary to accelerate your change. You see, if you're not changing, if you're just stagnating and standing still, then you simply don't have that pain that will push you forward. Here's another excuse. "I don't know how. I don't know how to do this." What's this mean? It means you lack confidence, belief. It means you haven't taken the time to practice, to learn, to gain knowledge, to gain an education, to gain experience. Because if you don't know how, then start off by learning how, by practicing, by gaining the knowledge, experience, and education necessary. That will improve your confidence, your belief, and then you will know how. It's very simple. This is definitely not an excuse that you should be making. Let's look at another excuse. "I'm afraid to fail." What's this mean? It means you lack understanding, confidence, knowledge, and experience again. Because fear stems from our inability to understand the situation. We don't have enough information about what it is we fear, and therefore that's why we fear it. So we gain the information necessary, the knowledge, the experience, and therefore our confidence goes up and we can overcome our fears. Here's another excuse. "Oh, it's not the right moment." This means that you lack perspective, information, and resources. Resources are the key, because if right now is not the right moment, that means you are missing something. Acquire the resources necessary. Here's another excuse. "I have to plan thoroughly, and more thoroughly before I take action." This probably indicates that you're a procrastinator. However, it might also indicate that you're a good planner. However, if all you're doing is planning and not taking action, then you're not going to get much achieved. So it means you're lacking perspective and you could be paralyzed by fear. Here's another excuse. "Oh, it just won't work. I've tried, it just won't work." What's this mean? It means you lack creativity, perspective, persistence, patience, motivation, and belief. You see, things will work if you're creative enough, or maybe you have to wait a little while longer for them to work. Finally, "I'm just not inspired. Everything I do just doesn't give me any inspiration or motivation to move forward and take some action." What's this excuse mean? You're lacking discipline, or you've got poor habits. This, in essence, is the key. Poor habits. I've written more about this within the blog post on the IQ Matrix website. So finally, let's move to the final branch and eliminate all excuses from your life. Before we do that, let's realize that excuses lead to regrets and stagnation. If you're full of excuses, then regrets is all you're going to have in your life. Also, discomfort leads to success and progress. When we make excuses, we fall back into our comfort zone. When we stop making excuses, we expand our comfort zone and we become uncomfortable. However, that leads to progress and success. So to eliminate excuses, always begin by asking, how badly do I really want this? Why don't I have what I want? And what excuses are getting in the way? Once you can understand this thoroughly, these questions, you will start to analyze the gap between where you are currently and your desired reality. Your excuses are lying within this gap. And if you keep making these excuses, then the bridge between your current reality and your desired reality will never be crossed. Always look for missed opportunities. Always look for solutions, tapping into your imagination and creativity. These are ways you can also overcome your excuses. Look for alternate perspectives and options, and always question the validity of your excuses. Are your excuses legitimate reasons, or are they just excuses? Let's look at some things we must look at avoiding. Avoid dwelling on the past. The past is there to learn from, but do not dwell on it and make yourself feel bad. Avoid seeking comfort. Here we spoke about discomfort leads to success and progress. So therefore, avoid your comfort zone. Step outside your comfort zone. Move towards the things that you want. Avoid making excuses public. Avoid comparisons between yourself and others. The only comparisons you should be making is between yourself and your best self. When you make comparisons to others who have achieved things and you're not living up to those standards, then excuses are all you're going to make. Finally, let's look at becoming accountable. Now, when we become accountable for everything in our lives, we start to accept full responsibility for our failures and mistakes, and therefore excuses tend to evaporate. Become accountable by learning from your past mistakes, past successes, whatever it is, so you can better yourself in the future. And become accountable by focusing on strengths, by cultivating confidence, persistence, patience, and optimism. All of these are key areas you must look at if you want to overcome your excuses. That concludes the overview of this IQ matrix. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this map can be used as an effective reference tool to help you reach your goals and objectives. Please visit the IQ Matrix blog to read a comprehensive description of each branch of this IQ Matrix map. The map is also available as a high-resolution PDF download and as a laminated poster from the IQ Matrix website. For more information, please visit iqmatrix.com.